All of us are engineered that way. We have an idea and we already want to talk about it. So we're already speaking and we're oblivious of the idea that the other person is still trying to make the point. So listening, what did you all say with the waving wand? Can they listen more than they speak? Bola na? Correct, Yana. So we have to listen more than we speak.
The equation goes like this in a lead team. Everybody cares for women. Genuinely, deeply, all leaders care for women. But they're very paternalistic. So they don't give the tough jobs to women because they care for them. And very genuinely. The tough jobs go to the boys. 7 and 8 rating goes to tough jobs. And that is why they are not able to grow. And that, till that moment, believe me, I had not thought of it like this. And I felt extremely overwhelmed. I said, how do we change that? Really? Like, how can I go to every manager who's actually cares for women and who's doing things from his own sense of taking care of them and without realizing such a strong unconscious bias? I think today, ma'am, what you've done is a very, very big step in changing that. And I'm deeply, at a personal level, indebted to each one of you. Thank you for coming, because I think what we've gone through today is going to make a change in L&T. So thank you so much for participating, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the session the way you took it.
It was beautiful that when we started, when men were sitting on one table and women were sitting on other table, and we were picking out certain points and making that, oh, you have 1 point, I have 3. And it was a different conversation. It was right conversation in that sense. But when we came together and when we were discussing about the blind spots and how candid all of us were about what we were thinking, what we were feeling, what we were experiencing. So thank you for creating that safe space for us to have those experiences and reflections, because this is one subject we can teach as much as we want and we can show as much PowerPoint as we want, but unless we experience it firsthand, I don't think we can really bring any change.
Ladies asked a lot of questions, and everybody felt that they are asked a lot of questions and they don't listen too much, but then ladies had different views.
Since morning, what I've realized is we're not that different. Thought processes, while we may be expressing them differently,
how much we are driven to practice or implement something is decided by the intent that you have. Whether you intend to understand, whether you intend to communicate, whether you intend to practice something, the kind of intention that you have in your mind drives how much of effort you put into making it.
What I would like to start doing is, since women use both sides of the brain, I would like to see that I use double the speed of that and ensure that they get equal opportunities as far as work is concerned, or even work-life balance is concerned.
Very close in your teams, and make sure you have a woman on the team, or her intuition you'll lose out on. Why does she have intuition? Because her sensory, emotion and words are all fused.
The awareness that men and women are wired differently. I would like to be a little bit more patient with the questions and take time to understand them. So that I would like to implement both at work and home.
I just want to implement one thing that, yes, we are doing with our male colleagues. Basically, we say very good, nice. But I learned today, yes, I should be more appreciative with not only the words. I have seen that even if I give them a 5 rupee chocolate also, they feel very enthused on that. I will try to implement that in the team.
it's not just the responsibility of one gender to be more open, but it's a dual responsibility of everybody to say that I don't lay down eggshells around myself so that somebody feels threatened. As well, you don't see those eggshells and try to communicate with me so that we can have a proper communication. Yeah, thank you.
I need to be generous to all 4 people. I need to delegate 4 equal responsibility to 4 people because they are my colleague. Okay, no. Irrelevant what is there. I'm just closing my eyes. If you don't know anything in the name of whether it is a girl or a boy, but when you are saying something, you with the blind eyes, when I ask you to delegate work, you will give equally to 4 people. But when you open your eyes and you say, oh, this is a girl, maine usko kya de diya? That will not happen.
So as a manager, probably I have more experience than anybody else.
Because I can see that from the project point of view and all, exposure is very much important. So if a boy is required to go to site, if I have to really look at the well-being or the career of the person, then the girl should also go to site.
Your intention is there. I want more women to do well. I want more men to be supporting of my women. This will work like magic. In L&T especially, it will work like magic. So that was the takeaway. I hope you remember that.
Well, these data will become very, very easy to obtain, then not just leave it in this room, but take it forward. And when water cooler conversations talk about gender and all those blind spots, then that will be very easy for the DEI team to take things forward. Thank you so much.